Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and to another video. Hope you're all doing well. So Warhammer Plus has entered year 3 and Games Workshop have just recently revealed their exclusive subscription miniatures for year 3 subscribers, and in today's video I wanted to just talk about those miniatures and the actual value of Warhammer Plus itself, whether I think it's good or not. Now, I've previously avoided doing that about Warhammer Plus because everyone's got their own opinion, but this year I've seen quite a bit of shouting and bickering on the internet, on Reddit, on Bolter and Chainsword about the value of Warhammer Plus and whether it's good or not. And of course, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But I just thought in today's video, I'd just give you my opinion, and it may or may not help you decide on whether you think Warhammer Plus is good value or not. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's have a look at the miniatures to begin with. So the first one is called Unbroken, and it is a Kasrkin Sergeant, a veteran sergeant, based on a bit of classic art by Karl Kopinski. You've probably seen this image before in previous Imperial Guard Codex. And it is quite a faithful recreation of that artwork. It's a really nice miniature, but is it really good enough for a Warhammer Plus miniature, considering the offerings that we had for year 1? So year 1 we had the Vindicare Assassin in the destroyed statue. That was sort of more of a diorama piece. And in year 2 we had Azrak the Annihilator. And while that might not be much bigger than this year's offering, it was sort of unique enough based on that classic White Dwarf cover and the Index Chaotica book. And I just think this year is just a little bit of a letdown in terms of what we're getting. It is a nice miniature, don't get me wrong, but this is something that I think would be better suited to an event exclusive miniature rather than Warhammer Plus. But anyway, that's a 40k offering. It is a nice miniature, don't get me wrong, but I just don't know if it's enough for a Warhammer Plus miniature based on what we've had previously. Now, moving on to the Age of Sigmar offering, we've got a vampire, we've got Karlina von Karstein, and this is a really nice miniature. I think out of the two, I definitely prefer this one. Very, very nice miniature, but again, is it substantial enough for a Warhammer Plus miniature, given what we've had in the previous years? Year 1, we had the big Orruk boss. Year 2, we had the sorcerer with all the familiars, so we are getting a little bit less for our money this time, but again, it is a nice miniature, and I can see some conversion potential there as well, possibly for Dark Eldar. You can maybe use a Chalice for Blood Angels as well. That is a very nice miniature, and out of the two of them, I think I probably would go for this one. So, very nice miniatures, don't get me wrong, but in terms of what we've had previously, we seem to be getting a little bit less for our money. Speaking of which, obviously, this year when you subscribe, as per the previous years, you used to get a voucher. Last 2 years it's been for the web store, but this year it's different. We're getting vouchers for 20% off Warhammer merchandise. So you're going to get 2 of those. You're going to get one presumably immediately when you sign up, before the 30th of September I think it is. And then the next one is going to be in spring 2024. So no web store voucher this time. It's going to be for Warhammer merchandise. So that's an interesting change. Is it a good change? Is it a bad change? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. Now, in terms of Warhammer Plus itself, obviously you get all the animations, or depending on what your standpoint is, you get some animations. You get the app details, like you're getting the access to Battleforge in the app. Then we're getting lore masters, you get battle reports if that's your thing, you got the painting videos, and you've got the Warhammer Vault as well. Now, personally for me, I think it's still decent value. Now, the reason I say that is because I choose the annual subscription, and then bear in mind, so this opinion is going to come based on the annual subscription and from a UK perspective. So it's $49.99 for the year. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, you don't get enough animation for $49.99, it's not good value. But let's look at it, instead of a subscription service, let's just look at it as a cost over the year. If I take my wife to the cinema and we go out and get food, if I do that twice a year, I've already hit £50, and that's just for what, 2 hours entertainment at the cinema. Or if we get Domino's pizza delivered for the 2 of us, and if we include my little boy as well for the 3 of us, if I do that twice in 1 year, I am already over 50 quid. That's even using the deals. So it depends on how you look at it. If you look at it as a subscription cost and compare it that way to something like Netflix or Disney Plus, are you getting value for money? Maybe, subjective. But if you look at it as just a cost that you accept, like going to the cinema or ordering Domino's or going to KFC, just go to KFC 3 times less this year and you've already paid for Warhammer Plus and you get a free miniature. Now, of course, that's just my opinion, but that's the way I'm justifying it to myself. I'm just writing it off as a lifestyle cost. I'm just going to get one less pizza this year, and I've already saved a little bit of money, and then I've got my free miniature. So that's the way I'm looking at it. Of course, as I said, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but that's how I justify it. I'm not treating it as a subscription service and then trying to work out if I'm getting the value for money. I'm just going to have a few less McDonald's and a few less Domino's pizza. My waistline will thank me. I've got access to Warhammer Plus and the Vault, which I really enjoy, so that for me is another bonus. And then I'm getting that free miniature as well. I'm going to be getting the vampire. So I'm sorry if that's a little bit soapboxy, but I just thought I'd put my opinion out there on Warhammer Plus and what I thought about it. And that's just how I deal with it in my own head, just write it off as a lifestyle cost. So anyway, that's it for today's video. I just wanted to talk about the miniatures and then just have a little bit of a chat about Warhammer Plus, if you like. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like, let me know you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of Warhammer Plus. Do you think it's good value? Do you think it's bad value? Do you only watch the animations, or do you, to access all of it, do you watch the painting videos? Do you read all the stuff in the Vault? I like the Vault. I like all the access to the old publications, books that I might have missed previously that I can go back and just read the lore from. I'm not bothered about anything else, but I do like reading all the background and stuff like that. So for me, it's great. And also the other thing as well that I forgot to mention just earlier is compare Warhammer Plus to a White Dwarf subscription, because you know there's not that much difference in price, and you get White Dwarf in the Vault eventually anyway. So that's another way of looking at it. You don't see many people complaining about the price of that. But anyway, going off on a tangent. So don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of Warhammer Plus. Are you going to be subscribing? Have you subscribed from year one, or do you think it's poor value? Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I'm eager to hear them all. I always read the comments, so please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you didn't enjoy this video, leave me a comment, let me know why. I always like reading the comments about that as well, because it will help me make better videos in the future. Anyway, if you've stuck with me for this far, thank you very much indeed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because there's plenty more videos on the way. And all that's left to say is thank you very much for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.